Hi again, Joel. I've moved upstairs again to talk a little bit about accessories. Hopefully I can bring that into some kind of focus. And I want to talk mainly about helmet, mirror, lights, clothing, what's called a computer, although that's a glorified name for a speedometer, and water bottles and water bottle cages. So this might be two videos depending upon length. My phone limits how much video I can record at once in one go. I've moved my road bike into the kitchen for a little bit better light, but I wasn't thinking that I would start with helmets. I almost always ride with a helmet, and I have two helmets, one for commuting that has a visor and one for road that doesn't. A negative thing about both of my helmets are pretty inexpensive. And a good thing about visors is they help keep the sun out of your eyes, and they make the helmet look a little less silly. A bad thing about visors is that if you get in a really bad wreck, they can go into your face, and that's happened to people who've been in bad wrecks. Notice that I have a helmet mirror on this. This is my road helmet. I have a helmet mirror on it, and it came with sticky stuff to mount it to the helmet. That didn't even last a day. I got two soft nylon bolts, drilled holes, and attached it that way. Using soft nylon in case there would be an accident. I don't want metal bolts driving into my head or something like that. The helmet mirror takes some getting used to. There are also mirrors you can mount on your bike. Some of them plug in here. Those are pretty cool. Where your bar end plugs are. Some of them mount on the bar or the hoods. I have different kinds of shifters than you do, so it looks different. Anyhow, a mirror is a good idea on a road bike if you're going to be riding on highways. I don't have a mirror on my commuter, and I just do a lot of looking over my left shoulder. And you'll want to practice, by the way, looking over your left shoulder somewhere where there isn't traffic, because your tendency at first will be to turn in the direction that you look over your left shoulder, and you don't want to do that when what you're looking for is cars. So there's that. Okay, so what else? I have to look at my outline again. Helmets and mirrors. Lights. You want lights. You can get cheap ones at Walmart. They'll be fine. I have, for winter riding, I use a very powerful tail light. Portland Design Works, costs about $20. You can spend less. But for the front, I don't have my light. I showed you my light earlier in an earlier video, although it's not here on the bar now, but its mount is here. And that light is a to-be-seen only light. Let me move here. I stupidly left the light off in here, but let me turn it on. Okay, here we go. I have a much more powerful light on my commuter because I often ride it at night. It has a lithium battery and so on. I got it from Amazon. I think $25. It's as bright as a car headlight. I can see with it. So there is a distinction between front lights that are just to be seen, like on my road bike, and front lights that are to see. And you can think about that. And on this bike, I have my light mounted. I have a rack, so I have my light mounted on the rack. And on the other bike, I have my light mounted on the saddlebag. And I am giving you a saddlebag. A saddlebag is a place to carry. I carry two inner tubes, a few extra chain links, a bike tool that includes a chain tool, and Allen wrenches and screwdrivers, and some money. I can't carry a little money in there in case I'm in one of these little towns and there's no parks with water and I need something desperately to drink. Those are good things to carry in a saddlebag. I have a smartphone mount on this. It comes on and off easily. In fact, I can switch it between this bike and my computer. I don't know if you can see. I use Map My Ride when I ride to. It keeps track of my miles and makes a map of wherever I ride. I even sometimes try to draw pictures with my rides. Some people have taken that to extremes and drawn really elaborate pictures. We don't have the roads around here to support that kind of thing. But if you take your smartphone, you can just put it in your pocket or have a smartphone mount if you want to be able to see it. This is what's called a bike computer. This is a very inexpensive one. I don't think this costs $20. And all it is really a speedometer, odometer, trip. You can use it to keep track of your trip distance, trip miles, trip average speed, that kind of thing. Although with the smartphone, I find that nothing really matters here except the speedometer. So I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of money if you carry a smartphone on that. But if you don't, you can get fancy ones that are expensive that are even wireless. This one's not wireless. It has a wire. That are even wireless and that can do heart rate and cadence and all those kinds of things. Water bottle cages. These are water bottle cages. They come in all kinds of styles. These are plastic ones. You can spend a lot of money on carbon fiber ones. There are aluminum ones. That's what I have on my other bike. They mount to the frame with 2 bolts. You have water bottle mount bolts. So you can put 2 water bottles on your bike if you like. And water is a pretty essential thing on any long ride. Clothing. I can't show you any of my clothing because Terry, I'm going to have to move to another video to do this one.